There's going to be a lot of debate over the next couple of months on who the top running backs will be heading into the 2024 season. And with guys like Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, and Austin Eckler not getting any younger, there's going to be a new wave of top contenders for that RB1 spot very soon. And in today's video, I'm going to be using the film to break down why you should be considering Jahmyr Gibbs as the top running back in 2024 and beyond. Yo, what is going on, Headliner Nation? Today's video, if you have been a member for a while, will be somewhat familiar to you. You have seen us do these film breakdowns as a members only perk for a while now, but this one was way too good to keep behind closed doors, and I had to post it for the whole community to see. Because when we're talking about running backs for the 2024 season and beyond, who should we be considering as that top running back asset? And really, for me, after watching the film, it doesn't lie. Jahmyr Gibbs should be one of, if not the top running back contending for the RB1 position in dynasty and long-term leagues. And you know what? If you play in a redraft league, maybe you should be watching this as well. Hit that like button and leave me a comment down below letting me know whether or not you like this type of video and you want to see more of them on the channel. But for now, let's go ahead and dive into it. Let's talk about Jahmyr Gibbs as the RB1 moving forward. All right, so once again, these videos might be a little bit different than what you're used to watching on the channel. So please make sure you stay tuned in and watch throughout the entire thing, because I promise you're going to see some really cool stuff here. Now, the first play I want to break down from Jahmyr Gibbs, it shows us a lot about what he is as a running back at the NFL level. This is the week one opener against Kansas City on the road. And this little swing out here to the outside shows his ability to not only break tackles and pick up extra yards, which once again, we saw there with a lot of ease from Jahmyr Gibbs, but it shows his patience as a runner. And I think a lot of times we kind of glaze over how important it is for a running back to be able to be patient behind the line of scrimmage and find those open holes. Because if you watch here, after we get the handoff, right, he does a good job of kind of getting to the outside, but he doesn't really accelerate yet. He's really watching right here, and he's watching right here, and he's waiting for whoever's going to be that one-on-one opportunity. What linebacker slash safety will he end up lining up on one-on-one? It ends up being this guy right here, and you see him be very patient, and then he makes the move to miss to the inside, so that's one broken tackle. Not only does he does a complete spin around there, right? He doesn't just kind of get knocked off balance. He completely does a 360 there, gets knocked off balance, 360, and has enough balance and enough awareness to pick his speed back up and then really burst for several more yards, lower the shoulder, run over this guy, then pick up 2 more yards. That right there is an absolutely crazy type of play for not just an NFL running back to make, but a rookie NFL running back in his very first game. All right, once again, we have another play here that's going to showcase his balance, his patience, the type of things that we want in an NFL running back. Really, Jahmyr Gibbs reminds me of a more athletic Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell was good at what he did. He was a good running back, but Jahmyr Gibbs is more explosive and more athletic than what Le'Veon Bell was. But he does a very good job of really watching his blockers out in front of him, especially on these handoffs, these outside handoffs, where you have to let either a guard or a tackle or maybe even the center swing out to help you get some of those blocks. And that's what we're going to see here once again. So we see one guy jump out here. He's helping with the block off the offensive line. Amon-Ra Brown is helping out here. Amon-Ra St. Brown is helping out here. And then we've got another guy out here trying to help cut this guy off as well. That's Sam Laporta. So really everyone is trying to contain these guys to the inside. And just like the last play, the idea is contain this inside and then put him one-on-one with a linebacker and allow him to really make that work. Now, when he comes around the corner here, if he recognizes this one-on-one, he could like just try to jump in and jump cut. But if he does it too early, he's going to cut right into these guys who are still pursuing. So he has to do it at the right time. And you see here, Now he gets closer to the guy. He's going to put another move on. His little stutter step is one of the best in the NFL. This little juke move that he has, it doesn't look like a whole lot, but it does a whole lot. He gives him the little shimmy here, then he cuts it back in. And once again, we're going to see a play where Jahmyr Gibbs gets wrapped up. He gets turned around. So his back is against the defender here. They're back to back right here, right? Back to back. Jahmyr Gibbs is spinning one way, stops, spins the other way, and is able to still get away from that tackler and get down the field for the first down. And again, it's one of these plays with Jahmyr Gibbs where he has such good patience. He's got that great little jump cut move that he has, which we'll see more of in a minute. He gets to the outside, and again, he's not making that move yet. He doesn't make that move until he gets closer. Now you see him make that move. He cuts here to the right, and then he plants that foot, and he cuts it back up the middle. He makes this guy miss, and once again, to get turned all the way around like this, and then spin back the opposite direction that you were spinning and get down the field is absolutely incredible. Let's watch this one in full speed one more time. Again, gets to the outside, you got the blocks, hits him with that little move right there, spins back, gets down the field, and gets the first down. All right, now we're moving on to week 3, and this was the part of the season where people were really concerned with Jahmyr Gibbs, right? Because he wasn't doing a whole lot, and people were frustrated about it. And they were like, what's wrong with Gibbs? What's wrong with Gibbs? It was nothing that had to do with Gibbs. It was the fact that he wasn't getting a ton of volume. Towards the end of the year, we saw him putting up RB1 numbers consistently. But these were the type of plays that he was making on a much lower amount of workload than what David Montgomery was getting. But this is another one of these plays. Watch the moves that Jahmyr Gibbs picks up here to make guys miss, to find the right hole, and to continue to just batter people and get those first down yards. I mean, the first move that we see is this little jump cut, right? We're going to see one jump cut here. He's going to get it, and he's going to hit that jump right here into the hole, okay? So this is where he's supposed to be getting the ball. And really, when you hand this ball here, he could jump cut here to this hole. He could jump cut here to this hole. 2 gigantic holes. Because the handoff was on this side, he's going to jump cut and he's going to go up to this side. And it puts him, and you've heard me say this time and time again, one-on-one with a linebacker. Now you see Jackson here getting ready to come out. He's going to clip off this edge here just enough. Doesn't make contact now, blocking the back. But Gibbs has to make that guy miss again too. So you see here, Gibbs first, the jump cut right there, and then you're going to see him jump cut again to the inside. That's 2 quick jump cuts. And not only that, but after his jump cuts, he hits his top speed so quickly. His burst and acceleration is insane. And then he does kind of run into the back of his receiver here. Unfortunately, this path wasn't cleared out. If it was, he's probably gone for a touchdown. But he's not able to quite get out of there, and because of that, he doesn't end up getting taken down. But the drive and the force to continue to go another, another 3 yards or so, picks up 3 more yards. Again, watch this jump cut in full speed. When you see it in full speed, it looks like we broke it down. You probably didn't notice it right away. We break it down so you see it, and then now it's going to look even more impressive in full speed. Watch how quickly he cuts. 1, 2, full speed into the back of his guy. That's what you want out of a running back. All right, hopefully y'all are still watching. Hopefully you're not bored yet, because this is going to be one of the better plays that we watch. This one and another one are 2 of my favorite runs from Jahmyr Gibbs all season long, okay? This play right here encompasses everything that Jahmyr Gibbs does well. And everything he does well is what elite running backs should do well. So we're going to run this play fast, and then we'll go back through it slow. But it's going to be a handoff. He's going to take it to the outside here. He's going to find his hole. He's going to make a guy miss, and then he's going to get up the field. While that run doesn't look super impressive, other than the fact that he, picked up a bunch of yards, you probably look at it and you're like, why is that so exciting, Kyle? Let's talk about it. Well, the first thing we see is, once again, this jump cut in vision, right? So he hits this jump cut right off the bat, okay? He cuts it back here. It was an outside handoff. This gets sealed up right here. He jump cuts back and he looks for this hole right here, okay? So he finds that hole. Big, massive opening right there, right? So he finds that hole, and now he starts to accelerate. He misses one, he makes one guy miss right here, and now he starts to accelerate. But what starts to become crazy here is not only does he accelerate out to this spot at full speed, but then he gives this guy just enough of that little juke to the left again that he clears out enough space that now he's able to get to the outside, throw a stiff arm, make this guy miss, and he picks up another 10 yards there. So let's watch this kind of in full speed one more time, all right? This is super impressive. So he hits that one cut, all right? So he kind of hits that one cut right back here. He finds his opening, he gets it, he accelerates top speed. Right here, you're seeing another cut be made, gets the stiff arm. After the stiff arm, hits the acceleration again and ends up going down by the 5-yard line. It's impressive. It is impressive what Jahmyr Gibbs did as a rookie. All right, so now we have a draw play by the Lions here. We're moving on to week 8 against Las Vegas. And again, this right here was kind of that performance where people said, okay, Jahmyr Gibbs is getting ready to pop off. So just this play again is just absolutely insane. So we're going to run it through here fast. Little delayed handoff there. Just watch the way that he drives and make people miss, and his lower legs keep turning. He's not just a finesse back. He's not just a back that is going to make people miss. He's extremely strong on the lower end and the lower half of his body, and it really allows him to break those tackles and make people miss. And that's just absolutely incredible. So once again, he gets the little delayed handoff right here. He's already got his hole, and that's what this is meant to do, right? He needs to hit top acceleration right now. So we've seen in several plays already where he's kind of finessed his way to the outside, follows his blockers, waits till the right moment, and then accelerates. But we also know, like in this instance, that when he gets an open hole, he's going to accelerate right away. And he does just that. He gets to the second level. And again, like at this point too, what I really love about Gibbs is ball security. Now, he had that fumble in the NFC Championship, and it wasn't really, you could have blamed it on him and Goff. Handoff wasn't great, whatever it may have been. But you see him start to secure the ball right here. Like he knows he's going to get hit, but he doesn't just secure the ball and kind of take the hit on. He's still looking for those yards. So you see him, he does kind of cut back here to the open field a little bit. He gets hit by one guy. He gets hit by two guy. This reminds me of that Barry Sanders play against Dallas back in the day where everybody converged on Sanders. He kind of did a little spin move. Excuse me. He kind of did a little bit of spin move, jumped to the outside and took off down the field, right? Same thing happens here. Boom, gone, breaks another tackle, runs into this guy. Such a great play. Accelerate, ball security, makes multiple people miss, accelerates again, lowers the shoulder, gets a couple of extra yards. All right, last play I want to look at real quick. This isn't gonna, we're not gonna spend too much time on this, but I just want to show you all his vision and his ability to find the open holes, especially for you. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Look, where is he? His helmet's right here, but look where he disappears. He disappears into the abyss, and he is able to find that hole. If you're a member and you've been watching videos, you've seen me talk about running backs before and how their vision isn't great and they miss open holes, or sometimes they have to try and find just the smallest opening possible. And if you're a second too late, you just can't make it work. I mean, Gibbs does all of that well. I mean, he gets in here and there's literally, like, if you're watching this right now, you're thinking to yourself, where is he going to go? If I show you this picture, you probably think that he gets tackled right here. And not only does he end up, so first off, another jump cut, okay? This is how dangerous this is. This guy thinks he's going to tackle him. He plants his left foot in the ground and boom, he goes the other direction. And he disappears into this abyss right here. And not only does he disappear and make his way through there, he makes this guy miss and then hits top speed to score a touchdown. Who in their right mind would have saw that play when I first showed you this picture rare right here and thought to themselves, not only is this guy going to pick up several yards, but this guy is going to score a touchdown. And that's exactly what ends up happening. It's absolutely incredible how crazy the film was for Jahmyr Gibbs this year. And I know people are gonna make the argument that they don't think Jahmyr Gibbs will get enough of a workload with David Montgomery being there. But we've seen this Lions offense operate efficiently, score enough points, and towards the end of the season, give Jahmyr Gibbs more than enough touches to make sure that he can finish as a top 12 running back with ease and give him the upside to finish even higher than that. And there's definitely going to be room for growth because he only had 182 rushing attempts last season, which was tied for 28th among running backs. But then when you start breaking down the efficiency, it's pretty easy to see that even if we catapulted him up to maybe 230 rushing attempts, that could definitely put him within the range of top 5 potential. His 27 runs of 10 or plus yards was 6th in the NFL, and his 15 runs of 15 or more yards was 3rd in the NFL. And we saw it on the film that we just took a look at, his ability to make people miss and break tackles. 3.12 yards after contact per attempt. That was 8th among running backs in the NFL that had at least 150 rushing attempts this season. And of course, fantasy points. His 0.41 fantasy points per snap and his 1.04 fantasy points per touch were both 7th among NFL running backs. And is this video me trying to convince you to take Jahmyr Gibbs #1 overall or even the #1 running back next year? Absolutely not. There's 2 different reasons for this video. And number 1 is for you to see how good Jahmyr Gibbs actually was and what his ceiling could end up being. And a run-first offense like Detroit that thrives off the play action to help develop their passing game, that aspect will not be going away anytime soon. They're going to be bringing back one of the NFL best offensive lines, one of the best offensive coordinators in all of football, and an offense together that has worked with each other for 4 years now. And number 2 would be if you're in any type of a dynasty or long-term league, Jahmyr Gibbs should be on your radar this season. And you should be selling to the Jahmyr Gibbs owner, hey, David Montgomery's there, they're going to be splitting snaps. Let's try and work out a deal. I would love to have him, even if we don't see a ceiling quite yet. But we're going to want this guy now, because if he absolutely explodes in 2024, you won't be touching him anytime soon. Because heading into 2025, it's very possible that he could be the #1 running back in all of fantasy football. The debate is going to continue to rage on this offseason. Christian McCaffrey obviously will be up there. People are going to talk about Breece Hall, but Jahmyr Gibbs needs to be in the conversation along with a guy like even Bijan Robinson for one of the top running backs in fantasy football heading into 2024. Hit that like button for me, subscribe if you're new here, and you gotta let me know down in the comments. For those of you that are not members, what do you think about this type of film breakdown? Is it something that you want to see more of? Let me know and we'll start doing some more for the public, and we'll continue to put them out for members only content as well. But for now, I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, Headliner Nation. Stay safe and healthy, and I'll catch you all on the next episode of the Fantasy Headliners.